What is going on, people? The update is here, and we gotta go over it because there's a couple of things that were changed or added, and it definitely doesn't seem as big as of an update as I originally thought, but we still have to wait and see about the Seiya medals because yeah, that's still not really showing up in the events page. Speaking of the events page, as you guys probably could tell, this changed. It just looks brighter or like more colorful. I don't dislike it, but I don't know if it's like that big a difference anyway. It looks a little cleaner, I guess. I'll say that it looks a little cleaner. My eyes would have to like just get adjusted to the brighter colors, but I mean, this is nothing really too crazy. But as you guys probably have noticed, over the last maybe year and a half, IGG has been changing a lot of the interfaces. I'm sure you guys remember when they changed like the hero backgrounds and all of that. So they're slowly but surely pretty much changing how the game looks in general. Speaking of how the game looks, now the Barracks has a huge upgrade, and that is because the troops actually have animations. Now they're fairly limited when you're looking at them here like this. T1, T2, etc. down the line all the way up to T5. They have their own little animation, and when you click on it, it has its own little animation that you can actually take a look at their troop a little bit in more detail. People were already making the joke that T5 looked fat, and that's why they're so freaking slow. Which, hey man, if you gotta swing that big sword around, you gotta skip leg day, and you just gotta go straight for just upper body strength, you know, because good lord. But yeah, they have a bunch of different animations now. I think that Luminary Lion Force, I think that might be my favorite one, honestly. And also, that soldier that's on top of this lion, the most useless soldier ever. He's just literally just there for show, because he's not doing nothing. He doesn't even have a weapon. Like, if you want to make it more believable, at least give him a spear or something. But what's he gonna do? Punch something? I don't get it. I think he's missing a spear to fully complete the look. Luminary Avengers looks great. Doesn't do anything though. And so on and all that. I mean, the Ancient Drake Riders, I feel like most of the calves just in general look really good. Although T4, the Heroic Fighters, they look legit. I think they look better than the T5 ones, to be completely honest. But hey, whatever. We all know what the troops look like for the most part, and I feel like stuff like this is to entice newer players to stick around, making the game look better, while it also does kind of like just make it nicer overall to look at. It's definitely more to keep newer players around, taking a look at the troops that are available, making it a goal to get and all that, which is nice. But it's a smaller portion of things to come, I think. The other big update is Dark Essence. We can get up to level 28 now. I have already 3. People were telling me the rewards that they were getting from this, and it's not really that much upgraded for 27. Now granted, 27, 28, it's not like it's a big of a jump, but still, if it's going to be something that it's going to be added to the game, you want to at least see some sort of noticeable difference. As a matter of fact, I have my familiar that I'm going to use right now, level 10 Dark Magic. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to see what I get. Alright, so let's take a look. What am I going to get? I'm going to go for food. Maybe reverse psychology will, you know, maybe I'll say food and I get like a army size boost or something. Let's see. What do I get? 15 hours. But again, this is a pretty common drop for a 27. So, I don't know. Also, a couple other things that I noticed. Now, when you take a look at these, level 28 Dark Essence seems like they're all anti, kind of like how the level 27s were previously. But the level 27s are different now. Take a look at this. Level 27 with no anti. If you guys recall, level 27s before this update were always anti. Now, they have no anti. At least some of them. There are some that still do have anti, which is weird. Also, I'm seeing a lot of people saying that there is level 27 essences everywhere now. whereas before you had to like hunt for them. So it seems like in this update, it pretty much flipped. The 26 essence is now the 27 essence. They're everywhere, easier to find and whatnot. And then the 27 essence that were harder to come by are now the 28 essence. And it doesn't seem like a big noticeable jump in rewards. But then again, we did do some of these level 28s, and it doesn't seem like they were that much harder anyway. Granted, you probably will need to be a decent rally lead in order to beat these, but I mean, unless you get super countered or something, I don't think you're gonna run into much of an issue here. Like for instance, right here, this was a 28, right? And we sent, what did we send? We sent full calves into a range front. So in those cases, maybe that's when, you know, you'll have to probably just re-rally it. But it's nothing new with Dark Essences. A lot of times you're just gambling on the first hit because you don't know what you're running into. Maverick on this one actually got super unlucky, but somehow still pulled it through because we sent full range into full infantry and still just somehow eked it by. So yeah, it seems I've been sending mixed rallies to Dark Essences. Like at some point, if you have the stats for it, mixed rallies are probably the best way to go. Because especially for a first try, like if you send mix and you fail, then at that point you have to report and you can beat it easily. But yeah, I stopped using blast for first hit because it just wasn't very good. But that was pretty much the extent of the update. I know that they added the Facebook thing right here. And if you don't want to see this in the gear, this little icon, just go over to the Facebook and then just don't show alert again. I don't know about sharing every day this thing. I mean, for an hour speed up, like I mentioned before, that ain't nearly enough for me to be spamming people on a Facebook. Nah. For an hour speed up, I can hit a monster and get like 15 of those in one hit. So, I think that was about the extent of the update. Let me see. Where is the... Oh, by the way, the people that are doing this right here, like the ones that are putting in codes for me that I don't even know where I'm getting this stuff from, it's just popping up like, I see you received the following items, and I'm like, ooh, oh. I don't know where people are getting these codes and they're getting it for me, but if it's you, I appreciate you. I appreciate you thinking of me. Thank you. But yeah, this is also part of the update. I just remembered that now this game development team and all that stuff is going to be at the top. So it's going to be pinned. So I should probably start clearing some of this out because, hello. Vergeway, they did change a couple of things on Vergeway, which I still need to complete some of these chapters. So maybe I'll get on that. But outside of that, the Barracks, the mailbox, updated UI... Everything else we've pretty much covered. The one thing that they did not mention here was the hero medals for Saint Seiya. It doesn't go mentioned here. So I don't know if maybe that might be coming later on or when that's going to come about. But right now it's not really a big part of this update. Like I said, this update, it's definitely not as big as I originally thought it could be. But nonetheless, it's a couple of decent things. Like I really like the Barracks change. I love animation. I have been a proponent. I've been saying this for years now. Stuff like this makes a difference because this looks so much better and so much cleaner than a still image. The same can be said with the castle skins. If these castle skins moved, it would look so much better. Like it would. If these wings were just randomly like going like this, flapping or whatever, if the fire inside or the light had some sort of just something animation on the skins, that would be an amazing update because then people will see the game actually like super advancing. Because I feel like it's something that pretty much every game that I've seen that's related to something like this, troops and castles and whatnot, all of their skins have animations. So I don't know. We're like behind the boat on that. I don't get it. It's one of the things that I feel like the game should have added a long time ago. But maybe it's in the future. You know, maybe it's in the works. But yeah, what do you guys? Oh, before I go, on my last video, I mentioned, and you guys let me know, and I appreciate that. I mentioned that Bomb and Goblin. What the hell is Bomb and Goblin? I probably passed him like 7 times already. There he is. I mentioned that he didn't have a stun, and I completely forgot that these explosive gift does have a stun for 3 seconds, but it's just so hard to make it work that a lot of times you just don't even remember that he has a stun, because he's really hard to make work in Coliseum. But because of that, because I did Bombing Goblin dirty, I'm gonna go ahead and dedicate my next Coliseum video, I'll probably do that tomorrow, on making him work with this constellation. I'm going to try to make a couple of teams and see if I can make him work, because he does benefit from the constellation this week with more crit and all of that. So I'm going to see if I can make him work. And plus he's a free-to-play hero, so I'm sure most of you guys would want to see how to possibly use him to maximize him. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. But like I said, let me know what you guys think of the update in the comment section. Appreciate you guys for coming through, and until later, bye.